you stop and take a little time out with me? Just take 5.
Other upset we mentioned this Kentucky nonsense against Oakland.
Yeah.
I mean, we have a new name that we know. Jack Golke. 32 points, 10 made threes. All right. It was Jimmer Fredette-esque what he was doing to those men. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about running full speed, fading, and still making the bucket. Any reactions to this Kentucky madness?
No, I mean, yeah, bro was doing stupid. Like, there's no other way to put it. It's not much Kentucky can do. But I guess like it's one of those things where like when you expect programs like Kentucky, when it comes down close in the stretch to be able to pull those games out, and then when it doesn't, it is such a big shock. But yeah, like y'all were saying, I don't think it's as bad as Auburn losing, but it's still pretty still a poor showing, of course.
I mean, yeah, Kentucky, I feel like there was a lot of red flags with Kentucky all year. Like they did have a lot of good talent, like the two freshmen, Dillingham and Reed Shepherd. I never thought Reed Shepherd was good. Me and Jacob Rivers actually talked about that when Miami played them because Reed Shepherd had a really good game. I was like, that guy's not good. But anyways,
good game. He was their best player probably that game.
Of course he was. When we played them? When Miami played them?
No, I'm talking about when he played what's the name?
When Oakland played?
Yeah.
Reed Shepherd.
Oh no. You're talking about the white dude. You're talking about the
yes.
White
dude. Yes.
Yeah. He played terrible.
Nah, he's bad. Yeah.
I thought you were talking about Reeves.
No, Reeves is tough. No, Reeves, he's like a senior though. Like he's been good all year. But like I said, Kentucky had red flags all year. Like their defense atrocious all year. But that was another thing. Like when it comes down to like looking at the SEC teams, like those guys always get into track meets like throughout the regular season. So when the tournament, like when the game slows down in the tournament, like when they're facing other teams, like these teams who are scoring 50 points, 60 points a game, like can you win those games? Like I don't know. It proves like they can, obviously. So yeah.
Definitely gets tough. Obviously, when we talk about a guy going for 32 on Kentucky, 10 made threes, a lot of people are questioning the coaching scheme when it came defensively. All right, so we have Calipari, well-known, well-respected coach for Kentucky, been there for a long time. I just looked it up. He's 65 years of age. But I want to take this a different direction. We got Saban stepping down, Coach K stepping down. We got Roy Williams stepping down. Is this another sign? Because, of course, Kentucky hasn't done anything in the past 5 years. Is this another sign that golden age of coaching that we had needs to come to a close? We have NIL. We have the transfer portal. The game is changing. Is it time for us to move on from that era of coaching?
Yeah, I mean, most of those coaches are done now, kind of like you just said, like Roy, Coach K, Boeheim from Syracuse. I know Bill Self's still going strong, but even Michigan's coach, John Beilein, like he left for the NBA a few years ago. He was dominant. Both guys from UConn left. I mean, I guess they still stay strong though. But yeah, like most of those coaches are. I mean, yeah, it seems like they're either retiring or the game's passing them by. Rick Pitino, he's still coaching, but his team didn't make the tournament, and he blamed all his players. If y'all saw that,
is though still going strong.
I don't know. I feel like Coach Cal, like he's a hard one because, like, yeah, he's putting guys in the NBA. I don't know how much that has to do with like his coaching development, or like is he just getting the most talented players? Like that's hard to say. But he's always put guys in the league, and he still will do that this year. But like I feel like with the NIL, like we just have to expect a little bit less from them. Like, will Rob Dillingham and Reed Shepard be ready to face like grown men when it comes tournament time? You know what I'm saying? Like, will they, like yesterday or 2 days ago, it seemed like they weren't ready. So I don't know. I feel like the things are just balancing out a little bit.
Any thoughts on this coaching thing? All right. So we got a lot of older coaches that are stepping down. Some are still, around in the game, of course, but their teams aren't necessarily doing great or haven't done great.
I feel like everyone retired by now. Like, who's still even going? Like, Coach Cal's still going. Bill Self is still going. Like, even Jay Wright at Villanova's done.
Tom Izzo.
Izzo's still going, and they win.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I guess like the game will probably pass them by in the next few years, but they're old also. Like, I don't think it's like they're bad coaches. Like, they're probably going to retire.
But I mean, my thing is the game definitely catches up with you, though. It's just not the same game. I mean, I don't know. There's obviously been great players, great performances.
The teams just don't get top rated anymore, especially with NIL and like what we were talking about with James Madison. Like, mid-major schools have started to grow their programs and get very talented players nowadays. So, like, it's not necessarily a bad, like, yeah, it doesn't look good that they lost in the first round to an Oakland squad, but like, it's a good thing for the fan perspective that like the competitive balance of college basketball is
balancing out,
has kind of leveled out, and it's not just the top 5 schools that we keep seeing every single year kind of get to the top. So,
and like, my only thing is like they had a successful regular season. Like, the tournament, it's one game. Like, if you lose, you're out. But like what was he supposed to do? Like, that guy Goki, like, he's a bench player. Like, we didn't expect him to drop 30 on 75% from 3. Like, what is he supposed to do in that situation? Like, what is any coach going to do? Yeah. They face guarded him, denied him the ball. Like, he got it and chucked it and it went in. Like, I don't know what he's supposed to do. They put every defender on him. They put Dillingham, Reeves, Shepard, like, everyone got theirs. They all got some.
You can't get into an X's and O's discussion. But wouldn't you agree that this game still could have been won, even with Jack Golke going crazy?
It came down to the wire.
For sure.
Like, yeah,
exactly.
I don't think that was a reflection. I don't know if it's a reflection on his coaches, is what I'm saying. Like, there's plays that were made. There's plays that were made. Go ahead.
I'm saying, hold on just 1 second. What I'm saying, in that same breath, some people are wondering if he should have used that transfer portal, before something like this even occurs. Get some veterans in there. Get some guys that have been in the tournament, know how to lead, etc., instead of relying on these freshmen to do great things. Like, I mean, what do you say to that?
Like I just said, his team is not all freshmen. Like, I would say 5 years ago, his team was like mostly freshmen. Like, they would recruit like 7 freshmen, and like they will all be 4 and 5 stars. And like, that's the team they're going to run out with, like, maybe a sophomore or junior on their team. Like, but they're not going to get that many minutes. Like, this team had contributors who were old. Like, Reeves is, am I tripping? Like, I'm pretty sure Reeves is a senior.
I thought they were all freshmen and sophomores.
I don't think so.
Yeah, Reeves is a senior. Senior.
I've seen Reeves play for a while now. But like, I don't know. I can't blame him for like his 19-year-olds. Like, they choked. Like, that was a choke. Like, it was. Like, we saw it. They'll come down and turn the ball over, or come down and take a bad shot when they didn't need to. Like, Shepard came down and he didn't even set his feet. They were down 4 points. He got a screen and like faded it into the 3, and he didn't need to at all. Like, that's just a sign of like, you're not like mentally there yet. Like, you're not ready. So I don't know if that's a Coach Cal thing. Like, maybe get your players more prepared or settle them down more. But like, I don't know. What's he gonna do there?
Who knows?
I'm sure he didn't tell him. I'm sure he didn't tell him, yeah, you fade into this 3-pointer after you get the screen. Like, no way he said that. So
He told him to shoot with confidence. Like, what was he supposed to do? Like,
and that didn't look confident. That didn't even look confident.
I mean, hey, shoot or shoot though. At the end of the day, like, I don't know what you can say.